8:41 p.m. Wednesday, December 11th, 2019. Episode number 762 of Oh Yeah Dude. My name is Jonathan, and this is Seth. Hello, Seth.
Blessings to you,
Greetings.
Mr. Larroquette. Greetings and blessings.
How are you?
Yeah, dude. How am I? Grateful to see a dear friend. I think grateful to share a Coke Zero with a dear friend.
Was yours? What?
Mine says Jonathan and yours says Seth. Let's toast to that.
Mine says Jordan.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
I was supposed to say Jonathan. I spent a lot of money on that. How come mine don't have a name?
Weird.
Weird.
It's very old.
Damn it. Jordan. Mine says Michael and yours says Jordan. Here's to the greatest ever do it.
Second greatest of all time.
Asshole.
Yes, to being second best.
Let's celebrate the greatest, our kings.
Our kings.
Dak Prescott, my king. I won't accept any Dak Prescott slander. Now listen, every morning, what's the first thing I do? I walk up to my desktop and I Google Dak Prescott.
Really?
Every morning.
Why would you do that?
Because look at me.
Well, why wouldn't you just set it up automated, first of all?
Oh, I can do that?
Second of all,
First thing, every morning.
what the fuck? Why?
Every morning. You know why? Because if it ain't broke, then don't fix it.
Well, it
And
is, but it is
it's
broke.
so busted, though.
It's like,
No, I mean my life. I think it's just the way to start off each day. Except I type it in, but when I get into DAC, these are what I get every morning. So it's kind of crazy because I really do this every morning. I get Mapo Dak Galbi, a Korean barbecue restaurant in Koreatown. So this is what I read first thing.
First line,
I just get in DAC.
it hasn't...
What I see being pulled up, what am I getting? So every morning, imagine.
So even though you choose it, because you erase your history or whatever.
Yes.
So it never knows that, he means Dak Prescott, because he searches it like a sick fuck every morning. He doesn't want Korean barbecue at
he doesn't want
6:30 a.m.
Sunday morning at 5:30. Or I get Mordak S. Chan, MD, anesthesiologist at Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, fluent in Chinese. An incredible restaurant, an incredible anesthesiologist.
Is Dak Prescott part Chinese?
He is neither Korean nor Chinese.
All right, I was just wondering. So do we know where the name comes from? Is it short for Decardi?
It's Rain Dakota Prescott. Decardi?
What is it?
Decardi B? So
Decardius?
every morning.
Decardius Prescott. Oh,
So it's a tough way. That's how I start every morning. Every morning, Seth.
That's so stupid.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, you could just, you know what you could do?
What?
You could bookmark a Google page that searches Dak Prescott and just click the page every time, and it'll just be the results. So you don't even have to type it in. You just click one button.
On that button.
Or you could set up a Google alert that will just alert you if there's anything that says his name and everything that says his name.
Did he wake up? Is it ever going to be like, stop doing this?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah.
What do you think?
You want a Dak Cam is what you
Dak
want.
Cam.
Dak Cam.
Can we just...
DakCam.com.
Yeah, like, all right, he's still sleeping. It's 5:30. He's asleep. Okay.
I'm up.
All right, I'm up. I'm half asleep. My anesthesiologist is here. She does in-house sessions. We're going to have some Korean barbecue. Good morning. Are you awake? Good morning, sir. Everybody, you're probably wondering what's going on with Brain Games. You've been looking for Brain Games on Nat Geo.
Celebrity brain games, you mean?
I guess celebrity brain games.
Not celebrity name game. Celebrity brain game.
It's a new... Do you guys watch Celebrity Name Game? No.
But,
we watch Celebrity Brain Game.
Oh, how many episodes have there been?
Well, it was supposed to start on Sunday, December 1st. So you were probably all like tuning in. Like, honey, get 60 minutes and then it's actually going to start now on Monday, January 20th.
Because?
I don't know. But for me, I was just like, what the fuck is going on? That's what's going on. Didn't give me an explanation.
Just said it ain't happening.
But we're going to do it for Monday, January 20th.
Got it.
And for somebody like me who looks at things up like, it sounds like a lot.
How many times did you search celebrity brain game?
How many times have I looked up the Hummus Pita Company based out of New York for the location they're starting at 353 North Pass Ave in Burbank? How many times, if you went through my search history, What do you think the limit of what would be the
Over
number
what
of
time
times
frame?
that I've looked I think they announced that they were coming to LA maybe in January of this year.
So 120 times?
Jonathan, unless you're going by a new calendar where there's only 60 days a year. What would be the amount where an executive from Google, one of the people that watches, there's the people that sit in the rooms that watch all the hardcore shit, but then one of them
porn?
flagged, no, like the violent shit. That
Oh,
have
like
to-
the hate videos?
Yeah, that were like you have to sit through YouTube and watch all the hate videos. Is there anyone that sits through search histories and says, we got to flag this? There's a hummus and pita company, I guess? What? It's just hummus. But why has he looked it up so much?
Because it isn't open yet.
More than one time a day?
Because they said it would open, and
they
it's
said it
not
would
open.
open.
And it's not open
It's
yet.
not open. 353 North Pass Ave in Burbank.
Why don't you just go there? How
I
many
get
times have
there?
you driven there? Just
Slow rolled.
rolled by it.
Throwing chickpeas like,
Yeah,
out, like as if for good luck. Like roll chickpeas
Talking
at
to the
door.
people,
Hey,
people working on it.
What's up? Hey guys, how's construction's crazy,
Yeah,
right?
what are we thinking?
Wow, plaster of Paris is real, isn't it? But hummus is also real.
When is it gonna come?
I mean,
How long until this tile's finished?
I don't even want. There with this stupid place that has like the dessert hummus and shit. I haven't even, which is like not a thing anymore. Everyone does it, but I haven't even
Never had it.
tried it because I'm waiting for this one. People
Because
have
it's
been like,
supposed to be the best.
I don't know. I mean, it can't even be good. But they also do the hummus shakes. You know, I like that. Nothing better than that. Ooh, what's this shake made out of? Is that real ice cream? No, it's real chickpea.
Might be good.
Garbanzo bean
They
shake.
wouldn't fuck around if they must have a thing.
Jonathan, all the locations that they're supposed to open, they've opened everywhere.
Except here.
Except 353 North Pass Ave in Burbank. He's by again.
So-
oh no, he's back again.
He keeps driving by.
Back at it again.
I mean,
What would have to be where an executive drives over to the home and says,
we gotta have a talk.
"We need to talk to you.
We're worried about.
You're
you.
worried about you. Two things you look up too much.
Dak, and what is it?
The hummus and pita.
Big Brother and the Hummus Company.
Big Brother and the Hummus Holding Company.
Big Peter and the Hummus Holding Company.
Pita. Oh man, I love bounce music and Big Pita. Damn, man. I'm
trying to think of what I searched the most.
Are there two things that you've searched as much as I've searched those two things?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I mean, I just, and it's not, my thing is like, I'll search an item that I'm obsessing on, and I'll read
Product
reviews and shit like
a
that.
new thermos.
Or I'll watch videos. There's been a couple of things that I've re-watched video reviews of.
Whoa, you've already seen the video review, but you want a refresher course on that thermos. How do you spell thermos? I'm gonna watch this 11-minute review again. Oh, it is with an S. Okay. It's OS, not US. Okay.
It's not thermos.
Okay.
It's not with the two O's.
Okay. Interesting.
It's I don't know.
The brain is a funny thing.
There's no question about that.
It really kind of acts on its own, or does it really just take over?
It's on its
own shit.
It's got its own shit.
Yeah, and I guess certain personalities can really feed that fire, fan the flames, if you will. Let the oxygen really hit the flames to explode it. Don't open that door! Backdraft. It's like a backdraft every fucking day on my desktop.
It's but I mean it's
But let me tell you something. When I'm at that hummus and pita company the day it opens, it will give me such in my life, it's the little things like that. The joy I'll get, slow rolling this time, but they're like, they have a spot waiting for me.
They
Like,
won't. But I mean but is that true?
oh, I
Is that not just Is that not just the relief that you feel from not having to
look
do
it
it
up.
anymore?
Yeah, and I'll never go again.
That's what I mean.
Once I go.
So it can't just be.
What is it?
There's glory in it.
Oh, there's true glory.
There's triumph.
It's triumphant.
But I think that's
when I
maybe
hold that shake up in the sun
and say this is
Oh!
this is gross.
This is disgusting. Is this ice cream? It's garbanzo beans. Pour it on my head.
But I think part of that is a compounded relief from the fact that you now have created space
for new
another
psychosis.
Yeah.
New openings.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
I don't have to do that one anymore.
Oh, I can replace that with a new one.
Yeah.
A new anesthesiologist in a new Korean restaurant.
A study looking at 20 years of data from emergency rooms found a recent spike in cell phone-related injuries to the head, neck, face, and eyes.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Let's find out. Many of the injuries were minor. They were cuts and bruises. But some were more severe fractures of internal organ injuries and had the risk of long-term complications, the study published.
From a cell phone?
Oh, the study published last week says, many of the cases also resulted from distraction. Oh, this is like
So it's
getting
not-
it jammed through your fucking face because you're like not looking, and it's like,
I was
what?
like,
Like
getting hit with the phone like a scratch. This is you're
fucking up.
using your phone and you're fucking up.
So many of the cases also resulted from distraction, such as driving or walking while using a cell phone.
Yep.
While others were caused by the devices themselves, such as a phone hitting someone's face or a battery exploding.
You don't know how to use the phone to bring it up to your ow every time. Slow it, do it, honey, just do it a little bit slow.
It got me again. Our study's findings suggest a need for public education.
Yeah, really. So that
End period.
done. So we're
education.
so we're fucked.
We're stupid.
We're fucked.
Public education about the risks of cell phone use
You gotta teach that in school.
and distracted
Civics.
behavior. The study published in the peer-reviewed JAMA Otolaryngology
with that
Head and
stupid
Neck
word.
Surgery examined data from U.S. emergency departments between January 1998 and December 2017. The research showed that head and neck injuries increased steadily and then spiked in 2007 as smartphones entered the market. Using data from 100 hospitals that recorded 2,500 patients with such injuries during that period, the researchers estimated the national total was 76,043 patients.
That seems like a lot. I want to see pictures of all of them on a special website that you can go to, like a Faces of Meth. Like, these are all the people that
Don't know how to use cell phones.
Yeah, they brought their phone up to their face too much, and you can like, oh, I know that guy.
The largest percentage of injuries occurred at home.
Oh yeah.
Why?
All right.
Oh, maybe like you're like looking at it, like lying down, and you drop it in your face, chip your teeth.
Nose job.
Largest percentage occurred at home. Teens and young adults under 30 were
Yeah.
most at risk for injury. The
They're
research
so
shows.
agile.
When looking at cases of distraction, those ages 13 to 29 also were most at risk for injury while driving, walking, or texting. Dr. Boris Pashkover of Rutgers New Jersey Medical School in Newark told the
Rutgers?
Associated Press. Rutgers.
It's amazing. Harvard.
Reuters.
Oh man, I go to Harvard.
ULA.
I go to UCLA. You mean UCLA? My bad.
Rutgers New Jersey Medical School in Newark told the Associated Press that people need to be more careful.
They need to be more careful.
And
They
not-
need education.
They need a low grade
They
education.
need a low grade Rutgers education to teach them.
Rutgers.
Sit down. We're going to tell you how to use this phone. You get distracted though. We don't have any stairs in this apartment. If you had to go up and down stairs,
And I'm just looking.
Yeah,
Just-
you laughing at,
And then I inhale the phone somehow as I'm falling and laughing, and
that's
I'm
it.
like, ah!
Forward.
And it goes,
Your hand comes up,
kills,
inhales
takes
it.
my esophagus.
You can't Heimlich out. You can Heimlich out like a little pasta, like a gnocchi.
Yeah.
But you can't get out a fucking Samsung Galaxy.
You need that thing surgically.
That's
out.
it. True. Its phone's got bigger. A little flip phone can't do much damage, but those
that'll
fucking
pass. You can pass one of
Samsung
those.
Galaxies are like fucking iPads. You can't bring that up to your fucking face and smash your face every time you don't like who's calling. Every robocall at dinner when you smash your face with your iPad phone. Ah!
I don't. I mean, I've hurt myself with my phone a couple of times.
You haven't gone to the emergency room though yet.
Definitely not.
What's
Not
different?
even close.
Not even. Did you have to bandage yourself?
No.
No band-aids or
Nope.
Neosporin.
No.
Have you ever used Neosporin from a phone-related accident?
A cell phone related accident?
Yeah.
No.
Aquaphor,
Nope.
Eucerin,
I don't think so.
A&D ointment.
I don't think so.
Okay. Manuka honey for the burn you got.
Arnica gel.
The arnica, because you were like making, like you had soup in a saucepan, you were heating it up at the memes. Ugh! You brought the phone up to your ear, but you actually brought the saucepan with that butternut squash boiling hot. I burned my face! These phones, because they don't even count those. That is a phone-related injury, but
the
that wouldn't
phone
even
wasn't
make
the
it.
injurer.
The phone didn't do it.
It was a
It was
culprit.
the butternut squash.
We got to cross reference.
Let's see what we need
The
to do.
database.
If we went to Harvard and we cross-referenced all butternut squash-related injuries,
See how many of those have a cell phone seed in them.
man. What do we have here? Why don't you give me something?
I will. Portland, Oregon.
Have you ever been there?
Just got back.
Okay.
Backers of an initiative to decriminalize small amounts of illicit drugs started collecting signatures last week. The Oregonian and Oregon Live reports advocates will need 112,020 signatures to qualify for the November 2020 ballot. The proposal would remove criminal penalties for possession of small amounts of drugs for personal use, such as cocaine, heroin,
Heron.
crystal methamphetamine,
What?
and ecstasy, aka Molly Mall.
Oh, love Molly Mall. And Melly Mel. And Marky Mark.
No mushrooms on here? Or have they already done
I think
it?
I already did that.
Oh, that's why.
They started off like, hey, let's just do mushrooms. And then like, what about meth? It's just a small, it's a personal, right here.
This is personal.
This stem,
This is from mine.
this rock is for this bra.
Smoking broken windows.
So this is for this bra.
Uh,
Hey, Brahim. Yeah,
so-
officer.
my mother
Yes.
had her car broken into in Portland this week. Smashed.
Broad daylight.
Smash and grab.
Broad daylight?
I think.
Let's say broad daylight.
Yes. IBD. In broad daylight.
Unbelievable.
And
She's doing Christmas shopping, minding her own beeswax.
we talked about it. No hope of. First of all, nothing was really taken. A blanket, which is pretty grim. If that's like, I have to break into this car to steal a blanket because I'm like cold.
Was it a Pendleton?
It was a nice blanket. It was a Pendleton.
Limited edition fucking.
Might have been. But my mom and I were talking about it yesterday, and she brought up a very interesting point
Okay.
about that fucking city, which I am learning more and more about that city and that area as I've spent more time up there.
Okay.
And also seeing their experience up there and what they're learning about the area, the history, just everything. And
coffee.
the
coffee.
the mustaches,
The roses,
the
and
bibs,
the coffee,
the handmade
boots,
bibs,
boots, leather boots,
yeah,
the racism,
the white racism,
the white nationalists.
But what she was saying about the city itself, which I found very interesting. She went and got a police report made for insurance purposes
Have
only.
to.
She was like, no one's gonna fucking, like, no cop gives a shit about my window getting smashed, but I have to fill it out for insurance. So she was talking to the police about it, and
They should have a
essentially
special
they
unit.
want to be.
They should have a Pendleton unit that walks each tent. Excuse me. Is
that limited?
Wait a minute. Is that a limited edition?
Get up.
It's an Ablo collab. Give me that fucking thing back. That's a $35,000
It's
blanket
an off-white cola
that you're puking on, sir.
You just nodded out on. So there is a shortage of
Blanket.
beat cops.
Okay, just
Street
good old-fashioned-
walking beat cops. No bike cops, horse cops, or street
right.
walking cops.
They just walk the streets.
They're just cops in cars, and petty theft is a enormous problem there. But I guess because it's not violent crime, they're like, eh. But my mom was like, if they want to be moving into this, like, becoming a major metropolitan area, which is what they're attempting to do, they're also trying to make the city a very walk-friendly city and bike-friendly. So they're trying to actually discourage people from having cars. But if you're going to put that many people on the street, and if you're going to encourage people being on the street, you have to have beat cops. And she's like, you cannot
find a cop.
You wouldn't find a cop.
On a bet.
They're sitting in if they are, they're sitting in a car somewhere.
They can't get out of the car. It's too cold and too rainy.
Yeah, and they're too big.
I'm not going to get out of this car. It's pouring rain out.
Rain. So, I mean, the rain has something to do with that.
It's pouring rain. It's cold.
But that petty theft like that is everyone does it and gets away with it. San Francisco also has a huge petty theft.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Smash and grabby kind of problem like that
Take
too.
my door CDs. What am I going to go in?
And obviously, it's
They
not
took
the
a black Sharpie, a list of plants I can have from Mies, and my 6 door CDs. Get on it right now.
Call me in the morning.
I'm a citizen here.
I want to be at a lineup.
I want my Sharpie back. I want my handwritten note of plants for Mies that are safe for my cat, and I want my 6 door CDs back.
So, I mean, it's obviously not the worst thing you could be dealing with in a city, but it's also just, it's indicative of something that happens up there.
You sound like Bloomberg. You want to fucking...
No,
They
that it's
start
just,
bottom up. We got to get rid of the graffiti first. And
no,
then,
it's like, there's something deceptively small town about that city, and I'm not sure I've ever experienced it in another city.
You mean in a good way? It still has a nice...
No, I'm saying in a
bad way.
both.
Oh,
I'm saying both ways.
okay.
I only probably maybe this isn't as interesting to other people because the other people don't have any interest in ever visiting there or possibly living
Being
there.
robbed there.
But like,
or not going
for
there.
me, it's
You're
like
killing
every
tourism
time
for
I go
Portland.
up there,
I get robbed.
I go through.
I go to Voodoo Donuts. I get pickpocketed in
and I
line.
steal the bike that I rent. No, I go through this thing of like,
Which strip club do I go to? Do I go to the vegan strip club?
no.
Where do I go to?
Wait,
Are all these dancers live in
we
Seattle?
talk about this?
Because if I meet a dancer here, does she live in Seattle or does she live in Portland?
I
need
never went to the
know.
vegan strip club, but you did with Jesus.
Yeah.
And Jesus told me.
Oh no. Oh no.
Zeus is there being a man in a strip club.
Yeah.
Ordering his fucking beers and doing
many
shit,
beers, many beers.
tipping girls or whatever. And he said, all Seth, he's like, every stripper that came up, Seth just asked them if they were vegan. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, he was like, yeah, he like thought because it's a vegan strip club that the strippers were vegan. And I was like, that can't be true, but I think it is true.
It's totally true.
So you thought that it's a vegan experience.
I thought it was gonna be
Vegan food, vegan girls.
my vegan wife.
My vegan wife.
My vegan wife. A journey. In honesty.
That is like the fucking funny. I think he was like getting embarrassed. Like he was like, he kept asking people if
he
they
was
were
pounding beers and giving them money like you do.
And you were like,
excuse me, do you prefer tempeh or seitan? And how do you pronounce them? And spell them for me.
unbelievable.
When you're feeling on honey, let's discuss the...
Unbelievable.
Yeah, real bad.
Unbelievable.
Hey, listen, I live my life.
No one would think
I just
no one would think that. No, not that. On all the touring that we've done,
Yeah.
and all the excursions that have gone on where things have wound up at strip clubs, I've never been in attendance at any of them, and you've been in attendance at all of them. I don't think people would think that, but it's true.
Yeah, that's
nothing.
right.
No, like funny business or anything.
No
But,
shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Proper,
but me, like
respectful,
not being involved
in any of them. Every city.
And you're me being like Seth went.
I'm in there like doing interviews, like questions. Now
but
tell
that
me more. This
shit,
is
that shit is. The image of the two of you together doing that to
all
me
day because our flight wasn't.
Oh,
we were.
that's what it
remember,
was.
we
You
went
had-
to brunch with your dad, and we had to like 6 hours to kill.
that is the funniest.
We were there for
fucking
so
thing.
long.
He's like, he kept asking all the girls if they were vegan, and I was like, I fell out of my chair, and I didn't think about it until yesterday. But then I relayed it to a friend, and so the fact that we're talking about it now, it's like, it's so funny to me. It's so funny to me. I don't know why. I was dying last night thinking about it. It's so funny.
Now, when you were walking in, that was a leather bag I saw that your stilettos were popping out of. Desiree, tell me more about that leather bag.
A vegan experience.
I've got some incredible news for 2020.
I totally get if you were a militant vegan, like I don't want a fucking dirty like meat eater stripper.
Well,
I want a clean vegan stripper.
I just thought, yeah.
Like
they were only playing Moby. So I just thought,
this
you
is
know.
all vegan,
yeah,
top
I just
to bottom.
Thought, like Moby playlist. I just
vegan top to bottom.
Billie Eilish and Moby, the only music they were playing. I just assumed. I'm sorry. I just assumed. Pantone color of the year.
Yeah, I just got sent this. People were very excited to hear us talk about it, but
I'll remind you.
No, don't remind me
of what 2019
yeah,
was.
because I didn't look at this one because I was like, I know Seth's gonna bring it.
Oh, I
so
didn't
I'm
actually.
not. Oh, really?
I'll tell you what. You'll know why. Last year, I had to show you Living Coral, because you said, "Okay, I think I know what that is." Living Coral is an animating and life-affirming coral hue with a golden undertone.
It's a millennial pink.
It energizes and enlivens with a softer edge. Do you mind if should we go back through the decade? Should I?
But we don't have this one.
Oh, I have this one. I didn't bring the color because when I tell you the color, you're just gonna be like, "I know what that color is."
It's like blue.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
So it's blue. So I didn't mean like, here, Jonathan, it's blue. Duh. Let's go back through the decade, shall we?
Okay.
2018, ultraviolet. 2017, greenery. 2016 was a combination. It was a collab, dual lovers. They needed to be incorporated together to get the full erotic experience. That was rose quartz and serenity.
What's Serenity?
Serenity was kind of a blue. Basically blue, except this year's blue. That was basically blue. This one's kind of blue. Blue. Blue, like you know blue? Weird. 2015, Marsala. 2014.
What's Marsala? Like an orangey kind of...
Like a winey.
Winey,
like
burgundy wine kind of vibes?
Call. I bought you, I actually got you some pants. You think they're oxblood? They're actually Marsala.
Marsala corduroy.
Get your Marsala corduroys. That's my 2020 for you. 2014, Radiant Orchid.
Yeah,
Not
I
a
like
color.
that.
2013, Emerald. 2012, Tangerine Tango. Nope. 2011, Honeysuckle. 2010 was Turquoise. Classic blue.
Is it really classic blue this year?
But do you know why?
Because we're getting back to it.
Jonathan, take a breath with me right now. Instill some calm and some confidence and some connection. The triple C's. This enduring blue hue, you mean blue, highlights our desire for a dependable and stable foundation. Yeah. This makes perfect sense.
It does.
On which we can
Except
build.
that it doesn't.
It makes no sense because it's just words. I
just
love
a
them.
color.
Beautiful words. As we build and cross this threshold into a new era.
Yeah. New decade, new everything.
Latrice
Election year.
Iceman.
Everything.
Everything. We're living in a time that requires trust and faith. It is this kind of constancy and confidence that is expressed by Pantone 19-4052
Blue.
Classic Blue.
Classic blue.
A solid and dependable blue hue we can always rely on.
Isn't that what you want in a color?
What do you want in a partner or a color or a partner?
Color partner.
Color partner. Somebody I can. So you want to fuck? So Navi? You want fucking Navi? Well, they're dependable.
It's reliable.
They love the earth and they're dependable people. Avatar 2, December 2020. Or Avatar 3? Which one is it?
2?
2. John Wick
2?
4 and Matrix 4?
Same time,
May 21st?
same place. Double feature.
Double feature? Keanu Weekend? You want to talk about someone taking over a weekend in May? There'll be, because the two studios, people in general, social media, it will be such a explosion of Keanu. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I celebrate that, but that might be like, even he might be like, all right.
Yeah. What about that press junket he does the month leading up to that? Literally, like 24 hours a day on everything.
I gotta sleep. Shut up! You got another interview. This is Sky News BB4X7.
Yeah.
Hello.
The fucking,
That's a lot of money, mate.
Canadian rain.
What if he takes a percentage of the box office on both films?
May have.
Could he make $100 million that weekend?
I mean, that would be like amazing.
Good weekend.
How was your weekend?
Did you have a good weekend, sir?
Canoe?
I'm sorry, let's get back to basics here. It's a boundless blue, evocative of the vast and infinite evening sky. It encourages us to look beyond the obvious, to expand our thinking, challenges us to think more deeply, increase our perspective, and open our flow of communication. It's a timeless and enduring hue. It's elegant in its simplicity. It's suggestive of the sky at dusk. The reassuring qualities of the thought-provoking classic blue highlight our desire for a dependable and stable foundation. It is imprinted on our psyches as a restful color. It brings a sense of peace and tranquility to the spirit, offering refuge. It's aiding in concentration. It's bringing laser-like clarity. It recenters our thoughts. It fosters resilience. Fuck!
I mean,
I love blue.
you love that shit.
I love that shit.
You wear it more than anything.
I wear it well, blue.
You wear it, right? You wear it more than anything. You
Blue?
wear it the most.
I wear classic blue the most. You know why? Because as technology continues to race ahead,
I'm strong and resilient.
I'm strong and resilient because I have the human ability to process it all, to understand why we gravitate to this color of honesty and a promise of protection.
What the fuck?
It's non-aggressive. It's easily relatable. It's me!
Tell that to the Bloods.
The trust. Oh, yeah. Hey, Bloods, you know what the color of the year is? Bitches? Ah!
Tell that to Pyru.
I'm going to run in the Pyro and just drop like right down in front of them and just take this Pantone color and slide it under their headquarters. They have headquarters, right? Knock on the headquarters doors. Pizza delivery! Boom. Associated with the return of another day, this universal favorite is comfortably embraced. And there you have it.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Blue.
You did it.
You done it. You stuck around, Sky.
Came around.
Ocean. Paul Newman's eyes.
But this blue is more of a
It's blue. It's just blue. It's just blue.
like a middle of the road blue. Not too light, not too dark, right?
If you saw it, you'd say,
That's blue.
Hey, that's blue. And then someone would say, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
How you feel? Same.
Resilient.
No,
strong.
no, not. Same. I mean, color does play an important part of our lives. I don't know if it took that much importance or that many words, but
How many people do you think are involved in writing that and getting paid?
paid?
For it? And
Upwards-
how well paid are they for it? Probably quite well.
They're probably given $1 million each for the rest of their lives, and it's 12 to 17 people, because that's the fucking world we live in. Congratulations, 12 to 17 people. You'll be giving $1 million
Forever.
every January 1st until you're dead. Why? Because of this, of what you've done. It's a classic blue, and we need that, Jonathan. You are so right about 2020. We are jumping into the unknown. We are looking at the ocean. Is the ocean blue? Are we looking at the sky? Is the sky blue?
Yeah.
Are our feelings? Are we all sad? Is that blue?
Yeah.
They really should have gone with that. We're all fucking psychotically miserable, and the color we associate that is being blue. So get sadder, because 2020 is going to be worse. Good night. Here's your paint.
The blues.
The blues. Paint your fucking house. Paint your nursery.
Sad ass Blue.
Sad ass Blue for your sad ass baby because you brought into a fucked up world. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. Oh, this is a whole different. That's what they hired us to be it. We didn't get the job. Ours was a darker take on Blue.
Darker blue.
A darker blue.
It's called dark blue.
Yeah, they were talking about skies and shit. I was talking about thunderstorms and sadness.
Oh, well. Maybe next year.
You got dumped at Christmas and you're sitting all alone. What color do you think of? Blue.
Poor guys.
Poor guys.
Where are they? Where are the headquarters? Where's Pantone?
Where's Pantone based?
Where's Pantone office?
In our minds.
USA Today snapshots. Now, this is somewhat shocking to me. The average American
That's us.
generates 4.4 pounds of trash every day.
Is that possible?
That seems like a lot.
4 pounds of trash, but it makes sense.
Does it?
Maybe, let's say you went out to eat and you, I don't know, like packaging or what you use or what you throw out of your car when you're driving. That's got to be a pound a
count.
day.
That doesn't count.
It doesn't count?
No, that's not yours once it's out the window.
That's
it's just the
Earth. That's Mother Nature. Mother Nature really is the biggest trash fucking monster out there.
Trash whore.
Yeah, I mean, it's not mine. Is it in my car? Oh, suddenly I own Santa Monica Boulevard, I guess. Because that's where you found that styrofoam cup.
That I threw.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. So you're saying I own Santa Monica Boulevard. That's what you're saying. If you're saying that huge styrofoam, if you're saying that 106-ounce styrofoam cup is mine.
There is no way.
4 pounds is so much.
That is so much.
Maybe it's like families and I don't know, like.
Well, obviously, it's
right here we have 9 drinks on this table. That's got to be a
but
pound.
I don't do this. Yeah, I guess maybe I do.
John, we have how many drinks can 2 people have? What are we doing?
I don't know.
There's an open Pepsi Max that Jeff's having. We're fucking.
I took note of this when we started today. I was like, this is excessive today, but I'm feeling bad.
Yeah, you need
So
you need
it's
a
like-
fucking.
But I guess
Feeling blue, feeling Pantone. That's what I say when I'm really down in the dumps. I'm just feeling Pantone this year.
2020 Pantone.
Ooh, I got a case of the Pantones this Monday. You know how it is.
But this is it. This is. I mean,
That's it. You have some food in there that had to.
But that's not a pound. That's a recyclable.
Okay.
You know.
Not being recycled, but go on.
I mean,
It could be. I mean, everything essentially is recyclable.
and also it all comes from the earth.
It all comes from that mother lady that
Originally.
started it all.
It's all her fault.
Any rappers or any
She gave us the
the
ingredients,
ability
to make this
to
stuff.
make all this
It's her
stuff.
problem.
It's her problem.
You clean it up, bitch.
You clean it up, lady. You made Petro, and that's all we make it out of.
So,
4 pounds of trash per person.
well, then you think about it. Obviously, it's an average.
Okay.
So that means there's some people like us
Let's
that
say
are
you make-
creating 1.5 to 2 pounds
or
of trash.
5 to 7. And there's other people listening that are making the 1. But anyway.
And then there's
So some
people who
people
are
are
making
making
like 22 to 27 pounds.
They're just, constantly making trash. Okay. It's an average. So we could be below
There's-
average, more,
I am-
actually more.
No,
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. I'm trying to think. What's a banana peel? Is that trash? What's that? weigh?
Okay, so by generating trash, if an Amazon Prime box is my trash, right?
Amazon Prime.
If I order something from Amazon Prime, it comes to my house in a cardboard box.
That
That
would be
cardboard box
trash?
is my problem. It's my trash, correct?
Okay.
I've generated that.
No, you mean the actual. You're not talking about the shows you're watching on Amazon Prime.
The trash
Netflix
shows.
and Hulu. That doesn't count.
What about the garbage?
Are they including the
Because
garbage
Seth
that people
creates
watch?
about 185
Yeah.
pounds of garbage
A day.
If that's the case.
Is that what you mean? It's all relative.
We're below average, bro.
You think? I don't know. These drinks are telling a different story.
We might even be below average combined.
You think the two of us as a podcast are still below average? As far
Definitely
as,
a below average.
all
UID a
podcasters,
below average podcast.
below average trash producing podcast. I've got something here. Plaque psoriasis is a common skin condition. It's thought to be an autoimmune disorder, but causes rashes on the skin. They're usually dry. They can be very itchy, sometimes painful.
Is this different from typical psoriasis?
I think plaque psoriasis is its own diagnosis.
Okay.
And there are many FDA-approved pharmaceutical drugs.
Can I just jump back real quick?
Of course you can.
Just a fraction of eligible recyclable material as part of this study gets recycled. 1 in 4 plastic bottles are recycled. 18% of aluminum cans. That is pretty low.
It's saying nothing. It said nothing gets recycled. And didn't you tell me that nothing, even when you recycle, doesn't get recycled? They're just lying to you.
Well, I think that's maybe what they mean by what I'm saying is maybe a more factual version of that. Is
nothing is ever
not nothing,
going
but
away.
1 in 4 bottles and 18% of aluminum gets recycled. Also, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of.
Yeah, we don't even know what that recycled. Yeah,
We also don't know what kind of ecological atrocities the breaking down of those plastics actually cause. Like recycling plastics can create its own type of pollution that actually might not be. To melt down plastic, it creates a whole nother thing that they're like, you know what, like
you should just eat it.
You should probably just ingest it.
Eat it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of FDA pharmaceutical drugs that are on the market right now to help treat this condition.
They don't work.
Okay.
From people I know that have it. Well, maybe not plaque psoriasis. I don't know what that.
I didn't look up. I was only looking up plaque psoriasis. I didn't know how different it is from. I only saw plaque psoriasis because I was seeing commercials being aired for. So I said, "Oh, this must be." I looked it up. I don't know if it's. The website said maybe it's not as common, and they're just companies selling drugs. But it seems like it's enough. There's a lot of different drugs for it.
Psoriasis is
And
very
it's really
common.
Annoying. It said very itchy, very painful, very annoying.
It's very, and it's also, I mean, it can make people very self-conscious.
Oh, you mean, yeah, okay. Well, I have here,
How many?
I've got the name of a plaque psoriasis pharmaceutical drug currently on the market, currently being aired as commercials to purchase at a local pharmacy.
Over the counter or prescription?
Prescription. I've got a musician who is playing at the Resolution Festival on New Year's Eve in Seattle, Washington at the WAMU Theater. New Year's Eve, incredible Resolution Festival bash. Only fucking bangers. And Bangers is not one of the names, although I think Bangers is performing. And then one of these names is from my mind's eye. I will present 3 to you. I would like you to tell me what you think was a name created in my mind's eye. Who is an incredibly talented musician playing at the Resolution Festival, New Year's Eve 2020?
And what is
a drug?
Wildly ineffective.
What
psoriasis
expensive,
drug.
ineffective plaque psoriasis drug?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I mean, I have no idea.
Zelvax, Drezo, Otezla.
Give me them again.
Zelvax, Drezo, Otezla.
Otezla is medicine. Ovax or whatever is a performer, and Zelvax is your mind's eye, and the middle one is the performer.
You are absolutely 100% correct. How did you get
I
that?
don't know.
Halv, Skyrizi, Unalta. Has he cracked the code is the question.
It's not a code. This doesn't count. This is different. It wouldn't be the same code.
But just the
Oh, you mean
idea
this-
that you've gone in, have you beat my mind? Have you conquered my mind?
Go again.
Halv, Skyrizi, Unalta.
Unalta is a medication. Skyrizi is your mind's eye, and the other one is Hal V is a performer.
Hal V is a performer. Skyrizi is a straight up medication.
That's
that
a crazy name.
Oh, I love that.
You're probably pronouncing that wrong. You're probably pronouncing it to where it sounds like a burner trap group.
Skyrizi.
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 And then Unalta you made up?
Unalta I made up. Okay, you like that one.
Very
Thank
good.
You, thank you. But what about DJ Skyrizi? All my plaque psoriasis heads.
Who's feeling itchy?
Who's feeling itchy tonight? Like right at midnight when the drop comes. Holy shit. You ever candy flip on fucking Skyrizi and Molly? Oh! Holy shit. All right, we got more. Tubulac.
Jesus Christ.
Taclonex. Tritonol.
Oh, again.
Tubulac. Talclonex. Tritonol. We got it. We're doing it.
What's the third one?
Tritonol. Tubulac. Talclonex. Tritonol.
Can you spell them? What's the first one?
Tubulac. Tubulac. Second is Talclonex. Taclonex. Third one, Tritonol. Tritonal. Plaque psoriasis drug is?
Tritonol. Tubulac.
Performer is?
Tritonol. Tubulax.
Tritonol is actually a performer. So Talclonex and Tubulac. One is my mind's eye, one is a drug.
Tubulac and what?
Talclonex.
Tubulac is a treatment.
Tubulac is my mind's eye. Because I was imagining, I'm dying, I'm itching, I'm losing my mind. What do I need to put on this? Tubulac will fix it. All right.
I think I'm losing at this point.
Well, the last three have been tough, but I gotta listen. Madion, Fidol, Humira.
Unfortunately, I know that Humira is a drug.
Fuck.
What are the other two?
Madion and Fidol.
Fidol you made up.
I did. Because you know Madion. Because you used to fucking.
I used to fuck with Madion.
You used to fuck with Madion.
I used to fuck Madion.
You used to fuck Madion back in Amsterdam. Yeah, I fucked Madion. You fuck with Madion? No. I fucked him. We dated. All right, here we go. Last one.
Oh, we got another.
I think you might know. If you know Humira, you might know one of these. Mala, Vigan, Enbrel.
Mala is a medicine.
Mala is one of the
Mala's
sickest.
Sorry, Mala is actually.
I fucked
crazy.
him. Yeah, I fucked him
No,
too. I
Mala's
had a three-way with Madion and Mala.
Mala is a very good fucking performer. Actually,
Okay.
I saw Mala in Barcelona.
In Barcelona, you fucked Madion in the Netherlands, but you saw Mala.
Mala is like OG dubstep, like
Okay.
British UK dubstep. What are the other two?
Enbrel and Vigan.
Vigan, you had to have made that.
I was like, this one's gold. I thought it would be so out there that you'd be like, it's kind of like vagina.
Vigan is
I thought I'd get you on that. Fuck. I thought you'd be like, there's no way he'd go like so close to Vigana? He thinks it's called Vigana. Oh man, her Vigana.
I'm itching so bad. I need some Vigan. Somebody give me some Vigan. Can I borrow some of your Vigan? I'm all out.
Oh man, what a sick Vigana. Good times. Good times.
I need to refill my Vigan. All right. Well, that was. I'm
That was
pretty.
good. You did good.
Thank you, but I'm more impressive is your ability to to take this premise and extend it into these
Into
other
these
realms.
other realms.
It's really impressive.
Yeah.
It's more impressive than my performance for sure. This is fascinating stuff to me, and it also ties into something that I was thinking about. I don't often prepare things for this show, but a few things have come up recently that I've been like, oh, I want to talk about that and try to remind it.
And this is
I
kind
wouldn't
of-
have remembered probably, but now because of this I have. But
Thematically, you think we've...
the NBA notified the Brooklyn Nets, Spencer Dinwiddie, that he cannot use his contract as a digital investment vehicle, according to a league official. Dinwiddie, had announced earlier that he planned to go public with an... Is that a pronounceable thing?
What is it?
That
Let me see.
it's not pronounceable, right?
No, I think it's...
It's just like what he did. He make that term up.
I think he made that up as his...
So this is
in
a
quotations.
In
as a-
quotes, this is dollar sign.
Yeah.
There's probably an official term for that, right? Like a amuflect.
like Khaled. I think it's Khaled.
It's a DJ Khaled symbol, a letter S, a letter D, and the number 8. SSD8, but with a number symbol. I mean, with a dollar symbol. He planned to go public with this token offered by his company Dream. Dream Fan Shares, that would enable investors to essentially buy into Dinwiddie's 3-year, $34.4 million NBA contract.
Okay.
By selling shares in his contract, Dinwiddie would have allowed investors to bet on whether he would be able to play well enough to earn an even more lucrative contract after the second year of his deal. The NBA issued the following statement to the New York Times, quote, according to recent reports, Spencer Dinwiddie intends to sell investors a tokenized security that will be backed by his player contract. The described arrangement is prohibited by the CBA, which provides that, quote, no player shall assign or otherwise transfer to any third party his right to receive compensation from the team under his uniform player contract. Dinwiddie, 26, intended to offer the security using the Ethereum blockchain and raise $4.95 million to $13.5 million. He planned to guarantee investors a few percentage points in interest over the 3 years of his deal. The minimum investment would have had to have been $150,000. He is one of the most improved players in the league over the past 2 seasons. His contract is still regarded in league circles as a bargain given his production. So investors might have been poised to get in on the ground floor of a sleeper stock, assuming he could land a richer contract in summer of 2021. What better way to be invested in a player as a fan than to have some level of skin in the game? Dinwiddie told The Athletic, with the way mine works, if I play well in that player option year and we split the profits up the first year of my new deal, it greatly appreciates the return on this investment vehicle.
All right, go ahead.
So this is interesting to me on multiple levels because friend and listener of the show, also someone that I met recently up in Portland that is actually working at the architectural design firm that is working with my parents on their new house.
Okay.
There's a woman there that works there who has listened to the show for a long time and was turned on to the show by a former boyfriend. And the former boyfriend sold stocks. He started an art project type thing and sold stocks of himself.
As a fine artist.
I don't know if I don't know the details of it. If it was more like a fine art. No. This was the art. Was selling stocks of himself. Not I'm a painter and I'm going to be worth so much money.
Artist,
so kind of like a performance thing. But
okay.
Essentially people that would invest in his life, pay to own shares of him, and the more shares they had, the more voting power they had on issues that he would put up to the stockholders to decide for him. Now, he had come up with this idea and had started a website, and when they met initially, he was already engaged in this project. And one of the things, now he maintained control of what the investors could vote on. So it wasn't like we all got together and like, we think you should kill yourself or like something like that.
What would be give me an example?
Dating. So he would basically, and this is a good example in part because it's one of the only ones I have because I didn't get to talk about other things, but she got involved in this because he met her in life and then
randomly
wanted to date her.
Okay.
But then had to go to his investors say, I want to go on a date with this girl, and they would vote to whether or not they should go on a date. But then afterwards, he would come back and be like, this is how the date went, and they would vote on whether or not they should go out on a date again. They were also doing this.
Are they filming
with
this?
Other women at the same time. He was dating other people, and they were deciding, well, we want you to go out with this one again because we think the date went well and all this stuff. So it was those types of things. There was also decisions to, should I don't know, go back to school? Should I move? Should I do these things? Essentially,
I don't understand.
Well, of course you don't. I mean, there's no. I know that's not something that
what
you.
What is the people that?
What is the interest?
Well, what is the end game or what? The idea of. Go on. You keep going because I'll catch up.
Well, I guess in part it's a belief of two things. The belief that like this, that the stock that you buy now, if you're investing in this person, your belief is that their value as an individual will be greater when you decide to sell your stocks.
Well, I think I can understand in this because
same rule applies.
Okay.
Exact same rules apply.
But this person already has already has a lot of money.
Well, but I'm saying, but also to buy in on this, it was $150,000. So imagine that on a much smaller scale.
Okay.
That for very little money, you could own shares of this person, which you may want because you believe that they will be worth more money, but also it could be worth it just for you to have a voice in deciding what this person does.
When you're in the closet watching this guy have sex, you were fighting because you want to watch him have sex with this woman. I get it. I
found it to be
amazing. You're in. So I want to tell you, I'm doing it right now. And they're voting after this episode if I should continue doing this podcast with you or with a guy I met at Stumptown.
Who I really like.
Who steals blankets for a living.
So I thought it was a clever idea. The fact that it happened and it actually kind of took a hold, and that it was a huge part of his life for a period of time, that the people that were interested in it were artists and tech people, both of worlds that he had already worked in, but they were looking at it they were coming at it from different angles, but were equally fascinated by the outcome of it. Not necessarily because this individual was about like somebody like this was like, oh, this guy's going to make a huge amount of money, and we're going to be all rich from it.
Yeah.
But more in the idea that this model could very well begin to show up
in different
more and more and more as we move on.
Okay.
Because our personas on the internet are so inextricably tied, and in some places the actual value of a person's career in life is based in that. That if you could watch the trajectory of somebody and say, I need to get in on this now, so that when this happens, it's fucking happening. He just got told he can't do it because he's trying to do it because it exists. Because now people are like, oh, you could do this. Like you could make micro investments in different people's careers and watch these people and be like, this person's going to do something and make a lot of money, and I want a piece of that. This person has worked at 2 startups. Both startups got bought for this amount of money. I want to invest in the individual that's going from this to this to this. So, but I also found it fascinating because my curiosity was, how is it that you can be in a relationship with somebody who is essentially putting
The shareholders have voted that you are.
Not only that,
Does
but
she come into play like,
she-
well, she could make more money than this person that you rammed your shopping cart into an Whole Foods?
it's a very good question. And unfortunately, I didn't get to get into it as much.
Gotta get you back
I do
up there.
believe this gentleman also still listens to the show. He lives in Los Angeles now. So hopefully I'm not... I mean, I
Blowing up
watch.
his-
I'm going to have to cut this whole thing out because I'm going to run it by her and be like, "Is it okay?" And be like, "No, I signed a non-disclosure agreement." And
Yeah.
but I was sort of, when I saw this, I was
You're
like,
like,
"Well, this is sort of what
this
this
is a
person."
thing,
but
concept.
but he years ago, this guy saw this and is like, "This is going to happen. So let me do it as sort of like an experiment." And now here we are dealing with real world versions of it, and people who are. So essentially what he's trying to do, so to double back to the actual
Okay.
story itself,
Yeah, explain to me
am
what
I,
he's doing.
I don't know, I'm going to ask you, is Dinwiddie, is what he trying to do is get more of his money that he's got guaranteed
front?
up front so that he can do more with that? That's got to be what it's for. That's the only reason to do it.
I don't know.
Only reason to share in those future profits is because you want that money now. So it's like a lump sum lottery payout. I'm worth
Instead of
this
waiting.
much, so buy into this now. Give me that now, so that I can build my empire
buy
and do all the
cocaine
shit
with
I
that.
need to do. And like then, when I make more than that later on, you'll get more than what you put in. That's the only reason to do it, right?
I
To be like,
guess.
I need that 35 million
But
now, not
it's weird,
trickle
like,
out over
with an
5
athlete,
years.
It could be an
It's
injury,
a-
could be something. I was thinking, can we do actresses and actors? Could we buy into?
So then is it also a
actor's
safety precaution for them of him being like, do you think somewhere in his head he goes, I know I have a bad knee, and like, let me get this money now because they're not going to give it to me?
ACL's going to go. So
Or is it that I mean, I would hope that it was less deviant than that, that it's more, I want this now so that I can build my empire, yada, yada,
my
yada.
Dinwiddie Empire,
Yeah, the Dinwiddie,
the Dinwiddie Foundation,
Mount
for-
Dinwiddie. So I can buy Mount
I
Dinwiddie.
want everyone to climb me.
What do you...
I don't know. I guess it would have to depend. Can we do that?
So, sorry. The whole reason
so-
I got caught up with it was that I thought about it as a model for Dude.
In terms
Not as
of-
personal people of like, show us your dick, or whatever. But like that UID as an entity,
that would be
what we make here is listener supported.
In 100%.
And that somehow, if you could, thank you, 888-842. No, patreon.com is what I meant.
Good. Get that out of the way now. Thank you.
So
happy holidays.
Yeah.
2020.
Please, 2020, consider becoming a pledger. What if we sold stock in the show, which would allow people to decide as those shareholders? I don't think you like this though, because you don't like anything that's, what is it called? Exclusatory. No, that's not the word. What is the word?
Anything that's
That excludes people.
hate it.
Yeah, I like it. I like being part of an elite club. What, that you would have, everyone has voting power. People that pay more have more voting power.
Like what we talk about or what.
Maybe that, or where we would do a live show, or where we would do next with merch, what we might, what those types of things. And again, in his particular instance, he controlled the
So I'm
things
wondering
that they
what his.
voted.
I don't. But I can see it with the athlete, because the athlete is in the middle of a contract, and all athletes are trying to get
Yes.
whatever sport to their next contract.
Well, again, I think
I
I'll
don't
just
understand with
reiterate
him,
the fact that it was that the concept
okay,
was
more the interest.
intriguing enough for some people to get involved.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But that ultimately, if
Because
this
you
person's,
could do that with like you could find an actor or an actress that's 20, and you could
but
say,
if this person's life was to bloom into something,
Yeah.
then technically, just like an agreed upon value of a Bitcoin,
yeah,
that this person's stock is worth more money now that they're the head of this upstart than when I invested in them and they were sharing an apartment with their fucking, deadbeat roommate.
Yeah.
And that if involvement in that life, influence in that life, and watching that life is compelling enough, that then your stock, should you choose to hand it off, should be worth more than what you paid for it. There might be other compensation too. I don't know.
Conceptually, you mean
Profit sharing of some type in this person's life.
This is intriguing to you in terms of conceptually. The idea that this is obviously a thing.
It's a thing,
You
and I
met this
also
in the
think
sky,
that more than I'm intrigued by it, like, ooh, could I do this? I'm intrigued by it in the fact that I believe we will see a great deal of this in the coming years. Because what we have now are individuals who are so psychotically wealthy that they have the kind of money that corporations used to have and used to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, now companies have like trillions of dollars, but companies used to have millions of dollars and you could buy stocks in them. We now have multiple billionaires, much less multi-millionaires. So there's enough money there that you could buy in and make money from it. And so these people will begin to become corporations. I mean, they are in corporations. They already are. You know what I mean? They're not individuals. They are corporations. So why not just bypass that traditional stock market and be able to offer shares in yourself and your future directly to a consumer who's going to be like, I'm down with this person, I'm down with their brand, I'll buy in now, and in 10 years...
And tell them everything what to do.
And I get to also have
Control
a hand in
them.
which is what shareholders have.
Puppet masters. I will tell you...
Dance for me.
Dance for me. Eat this and dance for me. Wear this.
Yeah.
Go here, drive this, see this.
Drive this, see this.
Touch this, kiss this, tell me.
I'm telling you, bro.
Film it, brush it, do it.
I don't know.
Sleep.
Doesn't seem
I said sleep for me.
Sleep.
My fiefdom.
Sleep.
Sleep for me. Oh, yeah, dude. America through the eyes of two Americans.
Like maybe to get should Seth get another cat? Or maybe later on in the years,
can't even.
Should I euthanize me?
No, don't even. He didn't say that.
Sorry, Mies. I'm kidding.
I don't even.
Should we put Mies down or not?
Touch or talk or look at the cats when I'm in a Petco, because I will never disrespect him.
Just because you have a Van Gogh at home doesn't mean you don't like to go out and look at the Rembrandts.
Amazing. Love you, baby.
888-842-2357.
Couple of beauty boys doing a podcast.
Go to our website.
Started in February of 2006.
UhhYeahDude.com.
It's now December of 2019. We're going to get to 2020 if we all stay hydrated.
Yeah.
And Patreon 888-842-2357. Obviously, thank you so much.
Buy some socks. Buy a T-shirt.
We're listener
buy
supported,
some stickers.
and so if
we are commercial free and truly only
help
listener
us out
supported.
so we can keep going strong. And
you have invested in us, obviously.
You've invested
time, energy, money, love, everything.
Yeah, we're the original Bitcoin.
UID.
The original
cyber currency.
We're the original blockchain. Come back for 763. Definitely try to mention to somebody this week about your friends over at UhhYeahDude. Seatbelts.